to Lethal Gaming. It's Lethal here, bringing you another casted game. I was really looking forward to casting this one because I'm curious to see what happened on the other end. You know, I saw some things, I was curious to see what I didn't see essentially, and that's what we're gonna find out today, guys. Lethal in the southwestern side of the map, playing as the Mayans, guys. Keep in mind that we are going random, so we're changing it up a little bit, and I started to play ranked games. Our ELO is 1300, so it's kind of low, but you'll be surprised. Some of these players don't play that bad. I was shocked at how, I guess, Age of Empires has improved overall and how difficult it is to climb the ladder compared to back in the day. Not that I climbed it a lot outside of custom scenario. I didn't really play random map that much at one point. In the northeastern corner of the map, guys, we have Aguja, PD Arc, a pirate from the Mexican Caribbean. He's playing as Red, and he is the Hindustani's civilization. Right away he goes into luring deer, guys. That's a good strategy. Once you find your deer, just start luring them in. No need to scout anymore. Especially if you have found all of your turkey, sheep, goats, whatever the frick floats that the map has to offer. He is gonna lure this one. It's tripping out a little bit, and ooh, gotta love the deer lures, guys. Oh, it's not gonna be the best for him this time around. Look here, son, I totally understand. It sucks, it's rough, but boom, he got it. Starting to lure in the boar. Let's take a quick look at what Blue's up to. Blue's already luring in a boar. Blue is also having fun with his deer. Look at these deers. This game, they were rough. Trying to macro, whatever you want to call it, guys. Trying to lure in the deer and the boar at the same time. Blue ends up getting the lure. He is also trying to make sure this deer goes inside the town center, and he gets it literally right next to the TC. Red is still doing his deer lure, and boop, there it goes. He gets it in. He's building 2 houses. He's 14-15, not trying to get population capped. He sends a scout to lure some more deer. Has 4 on wood, guys. 4 on wood usually means he is gonna build up early barracks. Blue is moving all of his food to the side. He is building a house a little late, guys. He's getting house capped. Rip, that sucks. So what does Blue do while he's house capped? Well, he just farms, you know, he just thinks about how painful that is to get house capped and not provide population. So he's gonna continue luring his boar. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. He gets it in. He has his deer. Notice that his eagle is scouting a little further out, so he decided not to lure any more deers. Let's take a quick look at Red, guys. 4 means barracks, so let's just focus on Red a little bit. I want to see exactly when he builds his barracks. He could build it right now. He has plenty of food. He is chilling, guys. This is kind of bad. This is ELO level, lower ELO level, so doing this is very unhealthy for your economy, essentially. But he ends up luring the boar. He has 12 villagers on it. Not too bad. Could use like, you know, 10, 11, but 12 is already being like very professional. Maybe it's too much for some people, but I still feel like you can get away with 12 just because you get that extra food from the boar. Blue is actually just doing the standard play. Has 1 extra one. Sometimes I feel like 5 isn't bad, but it's really hit or miss. I usually do 4. That's the standard gameplay. But this game I did 5. What was our goal this game, guys? We were just playing standard 21 feudal age and then deciding what to do. Red already drops that barrack, so he drops it a little later. Usually a drush, which is a dark age brush, comes out by 8 minutes. It's already crossing the map at 8 minutes. But what our Hindustani's player is doing, he is doing an earlier fuel age timing at 21 pop, which is perfect. Gonna notice that mine is gonna be way slower than his, even though I also did at 21 pop. Excuse me, guys, I was yawning there because I'm getting tired. I'm doing this video at night. Oh, almost had that deer in. And he is building militia, guys. This means that he's going to go for a feudal age militia rush, which requires the upgrade, guys. He's going to upgrade 2 men-at-arms, which you don't see that often in this game. At this point, I didn't care about getting into the TC. I was just glad it made it to the TC. I lured a few deer from here. I lured 1 from here. Could have still utilized them, but I decided at this point, let's go scout for our opponent because I want to rush him. And check this out. Red is looking for his opponent as well. He has built 3 militia. He's running out, and instantly he's probably going to buy the men-at-arms research. I don't see why not. He has the gold. He has the food. He builds another militia, so he does not want to do it just yet. As an AFK villager, Red gets aggressive, starts to try to pick off Blue's villager. His men-at-arms are, his militia are crossing the map, trying to micro villager snipe, and he will most likely get it. Ooh, quick walls for Lethal. Lethal gets some quick walls. Doesn't end up killing the scout, but Lethal does notice the militias, and he's just gonna get screwed. Don't forget the Jaguar, guys. That Jaguar was about to take out every single villager. Lethal's not doing the best micro here, guys. He's just letting his villagers chill and die for no reason. That was bad micro, but ooh, gets a scout, gets away. Red is starting to build skirmishers. He's starting to research men-at-arms. He's starting to put pressure on Blue, and Blue's intention was to rush, but Red beat him to it. Blue gets house cap 25. Notice the food can go to Castle Age if he had the gold fairly soon, but he's kind of in a pickle. He is scouting a little bit, attacking the skirmisher cheekily, scouting Blue's opponent, scouting Red, and essentially he's just looking for a weak spot to attack. But what is Blue gonna attack when Red already has solid men-at-arms, has 1 skirmisher? I guess you could poke around, prevent a wall maybe. But the Eagle Warriors aren't the most powerful troops in the feudal age. They die pretty quickly. A villager can 1v1 an Eagle Warrior. Red is just mass-producing army. He wants to keep rushing. Lethal takes out his gold source. Lethal cannot get any gold. Lethal's wasted all his gold on archers. He has 2 archers in the bank. He has some idle villagers, microing fairly poorly, I guess. But, you know, it is what it is, guys. I don't play many ranked games, and I feel much more pressure. I just feel a lot more pressure when I play a ranked game. It's fairly difficult, but it's fun, especially when I don't get frustrated and it goes smoothly. Most of the time, we're chill. We'll keep trying to just enjoy the game and do our best. But I usually get more frustrated with the way I play versus what happens in the game. That's just me. I like to get better at the game and not make little silly mistakes. I can take losing the game, but when I don't play well, or I just practice basic gameplay for weeks and I can't execute it, and it happens to everyone, it could be frustrating, and that's why we train and teach ourselves to not tilt. Lethal has a few archers in the field. He is microing here a little bit, here and there, taking out a few men-at-arms. Red is definitely not being the most efficient with his micro, but as soon as I said that, he just microed these 2 archers and killed them, which is great. And let's watch this cheeky little Clash of Titans. Blue dodges a volley, ooh, dodges another one, ooh, tries to dodge a 3rd, but he just gets wrecked. And Red at this point is just standing, chilling, auto-attacking, and boom, the armies disperse for a second. Blue's 40-45, got population capped. Red is 42-60. So looks like Blue is in the lead now. And Red is a little behind, but Red is walling, keeping that in mind, guys. He's going to keep us safe. his base safe. He just needs to finish this one and this one. He is going to keep being the aggressor, trying to keep blue off his gold. But what is red doing? That is a mistake. I don't know if that was a misclick or not, but he loses 3. Oh, maybe 3. Yep, 3 skirmishers for free pretty much. Blue's trying to fight with a villager. That must have been a misclick. And I guess he's just trying to keep blue at his base, knowing that he has the bigger army. Guys, if your opponent has a bigger army and you keep him at your base, at his base I mean, that's great. That's like the best thing you can do, because at any given moment he can come over there and attack all your villagers and just take out your economy. But instead you just keep him at your base, his base I mean. Sorry guys, I'm tired. If I mess up here and there and say stuff that doesn't make sense, just enjoy the gameplay, and I'll mute myself later on in editing. Just kidding. This is not going to get muted. We're going to have fun and make fun of Lethal for saying weird things like the relic looks like a monk. And this little eagle warrior decides to run after these skirmishers and micro a little bit, trying to kill him. But then he's like, ah, screw it. I need to go scout. I need to figure out a way to attack our opponent, because red just lost his army. And blue most likely should, theoretically speaking, move out. And there he goes. How did I know? Look at this. Oh, nope, he's on patrol. Look at this, guys. If you can't take your forward gold, might as well take your back gold. At this point, I was like, snap, we got to get a gold source. We have a little cheeky tile to the gate. Could wall this area. As soon as I say that, Lethal's already moving forward to wall it off. Sloppy walls, but he's good to go. Wall this off, wall that off, and his base is safe. Lethal made a mistake here, though. I feel like he should have been an aggressor and attacked, because Red's army's 7, and that's it. Red still hasn't fully walled. He can come through this side and harass this, but he doesn't want to, because he thinks Red has a bigger army than him, even though his score's higher, and he still has his eagle warrior. But keep in mind, 13 skirmishers, one minotaur, and 8 archers. Lethal would have actually been fine. 13 skirmishers can out micro minotaur, but if you had like 2 or 3 minotaurs in the field, then maybe it's better not to move around, because minotaurs are very tanky, annoying to deal with, especially if you don't have any archers on the field. Lethal, ooh, that's a hole right there, guys. Lethal has a hole. Hopefully he notices it and takes care of that. Lethal just continuing scouting, building up his numbers. He is halfway to the castle age, which is great. He has research horse scholar. He's researching his basic economical researches, which you should get right away when you go to feudal age, or right away when you click on castle age. That's usually the general times most players go for. If you go to castle age, you buy all your researches. If you don't go to castle age early, you buy your researches immediately, unless there's like a reason that you don't want to. Could he wall this? Because that is a hole. Could have went this way if he wanted to. Probably would have used less walls, more efficient, but that's okay, guys. Sometimes you just gotta go the longer way. The longer way is okay. Red has gone to castle age. He decided, you know, I'm gonna commit to archers now. I still have a few skirmishers on the field, but let's go mostly archers. And he has 5 skirmishers on the field, and he's buying crossbowmen. He's buying bodkin arrow. He's gonna have some range on us, and he's moving forward to attack. But look at blue. Blue is also in the castle age, buying all his research upgrades, and he has archers on the way. Unfortunately, he didn't buy any combat upgrades. He's still on 4+1, but we'll see what he does. He doesn't have the resources for that. And as soon as I say that, he is buying crossbowmen. Might be better to buy elite skirmishers, but he does have 8 archers on the field, so it's not a bad idea, because I'm pretty sure blue has scouted Red's army. Also, look at this. Economically speaking, Mayans is dropping a forward, ambitious town center. He wants to solidify this gold, this wood, and it's kind of like a defensive / risky place. You can defend with this area, or you can get harassed a little too much if the armies are strong. Lethal's going with the 3rd TC, guys. Very nice. 3 TCs, has a decent army, already researched crossbowmen, Lethal is sort of chilling. His score is doing great. It's starting to excel past Red's, even though I felt like Red had the advantage most of the game. At this point, I'm realizing Red did not. Red is starting to add siege to the mix. He does have his crossbowman. He does have 5+2, so he has advantage over Lethal with researches. Then again, look at Red, guys. He already has 2 TCs. He's going for his 3rd, so he's not doing too bad. He has 68 population. He is producing those villagers and whatnot. Blue is already on 75 pop. 3rd TC about to go up. Bought Bodkin arrow recently. It just went through. He has this one cheeky villager and still hasn't fixed the hole. Rip. Lethal, get the hole fixed right now. Don't be an a-hole. Holy smokes. He's building a university, guys. And he's building monks because relics are great, guys. Relic gold is a game changer. It's better to get your TCs first over monks, but relics are great. Lethal notices this little Clash of Titans, guys. Loses one little skirmisher, and Lethal's like, rip, this guy has siege. I gotta back up. Let's take a quick look at what Red's doing. Red is trying to get aggressive. Sees the barracks. He researches long swordsman, guys. Not a bad idea, but if Lethal goes full crossbowman, it's not great because crossbowman counter long swordsman. He moves forward and gets his long swordman wrecked. But Red is trying to poke around, picks off a villager. Blue instantly reacts and makes sure to put his villagers back. Guys, let's take Fog of War off so we can start seeing both reactions from both players. Lethal cheekily takes all these villagers off and transitions into gold because Red can snipe from here. The Town Center has 6 range and Red has 7 range. Let's take a quick look. Red is walled, and let's take a quick look at his economy. He still has 3 villagers. He's at 88 pop, producing villagers actively, adding in that siege, guys. He is at an advantage, but he can't do anything really because these are like defensive points. He can try to pick them off and be annoying, but if you put your villagers here and you try to walk this way, you're gonna die. So essentially, Lethal is chilling right now. Lethal dropping his own siege workshop. 94 pop against Lethal's 103 pop. They're pretty close, just a 9 pop difference at the moment. But Lethal is dropping a second siege workshop, guys. Sorry, I didn't see the first one. He's dropping a mangonel. Lethal's trying to macro behind all this, as well as build a few more troops, defensive troops, because Red can do some serious damage if he builds 1 or 2 mangonels or rams. Blue is finally getting this relic. What happened to the previous monk? Shift X only knows. Let's just put it that way, guys. Sometimes I use Shift X and grab all my military men. And bam, let's not miss the action, guys. This mangonel snipes 2 scorpions and a 3rd goes down with archers. Lethal's like, alright, I got a mangonel out. Now I'm like, you know, Bruce Lee against chimpanzee. Whoever isn't a good martial artist. And he's trying to move forward. Would have been nice to move forward right now, guys. Look, Fog of War, he can't tell. Blue doesn't know, guys. This is a huge mistake. This is what I realized I should have done. Yeah, this is what I wanted to know. Where did his castle come from? He's building it right now, guys. I could literally attack. I had time to attack. His mangonel wasn't up yet. And Red is hardcore picking at stone. Or did he? Yeah, he has so many villagers saturating stone. Lethal, good reaction timing, has a good micro. Sending his little eagle scout to die. Oh, and 1 for 1, guys. That's that. Hindustani's 13 on stone. That's where he got all his stone from. He has a fairly nice economy. He isn't playing the best, honestly, because he hasn't anything queued up. But he is going to Imperial Age, so that's not that bad. Could have queued up more and still gone to Imperial Age and not have idle timing, but who am I to say that? I probably have the most idle timing out of everyone in this game. Lethal's nowhere near going to the Imperial Age. He has 136 population though. He's on 3 TCs. A little action here. Let's pay attention. Look at this micro by Red. Lethal can't even get a hit. And the red is just running back and forth, messing around. Lethal's still committing to a little bit of military. He's not going to the Imperial Age. He is making sure he has a stronger castle age he's defending. He is considering to expand this side of town, that wall essentially, and he is collecting more relics, which is great. And red is outmicroing lethal here. However, that is possible. Lethal has 3 mangonels, so he's at an advantage. Ooh, and he gets too close to the castles and loses a mangonel. But that was a decent hit. 3 archers for 1 mangonel. 138 pop for lethal. Let's take a quick look. Red is about to go to Imperial Age. He's at 113 pop. So lethal has an advantage. He has more population. Microing a little bit here. Boom. Not the best micro there. Could have tried to move his troops. Lethal knew where that mangonel shot was. Could have clicked on that scorpion and ran away. But red is making a mistake here. He is considering to continue building. 2-hand swordsman. I mean, archers counter 2-handed swordsman, so it's not the best idea. But notice red's lack of production, guys. This is why he lost. I was like, man, how did I beat him? It was a very close game, but he's not utilizing his economy and production the best right now. He's building a treb. He could definitely expand outside this territory and continue taking outside resources. He could have built a monastery by now and taken this relic, but instead he's keeping his army low. Boom, he sends his archers out, which get hit but miraculously survive all those hits. And he's poking around once again, poking off a few archers. He's just building the simple treb, and he's gonna go attack and poke around, I guess. He has all that stone. He could definitely drop more castles. Let's take a quick look at what blue's up to. Blue is already halfway to the Imperial Age. He's like, oh snap, red is in Imperial Age. I gotta rush the Imperial Age. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Gotta do what your opponent's doing. But lethal doesn't realize this. He's in a way better spot. His population's quite a bit more. He has a lot more resources. He has a stronger army for sure. He just doesn't have castles and trebuchets. And red is still poking around. He's trying to lure lethal's archers into the castle. So lethal is kind of trying to chill, but at the same time not. I just realized that lethal could have went this way and attacked with his mangonels from this ground. He didn't have to lose a TC, but that's what lethal's probably going to do right now. And it's a little too late. His TC's already done, but he quickly replaces it with the mining camp and whatnot. I guess blue has barracks as a backup. He isn't really continuing to produce long swordsmen, but that little battle took away some archers. Unfortunately, lethal still hasn't taken out this trebuchet. This trebuchet would be nice. Would be nice to cream it already, guys. Lethal has the bigger army. This is 1300 ELO. Let's go, guys. Clash of Titans. Let's walk under a castle. Castle volleys are so powerful. They could really cream your troops. And 8+3, so he has 11 range now. Lethal's finally getting the right idea. Send them over here and attack. Oh, he's probably gonna just send one, maybe. Lethal is building pikemen because he's trying to anticipate what red's gonna do. Red has very strong elephants, so essentially lethal doesn't want to be in a situation where red builds those elephants and takes advantage over Mayan player. We got the Arbalest upgrade, guys. Our archers are going max. Boom, finally lethal takes that crab out. And these crossbowmen are probably yesterday's news. Lethal in the background's going for Eagle Warrior. He's going to try to utilize his Eagle Warriors because Eagle Warriors are great against archers. Elite Skirmishers are great against archers. Lethal doesn't see this castle, so that's really unfortunate. Lethal really failed in scouting castles this game, which gave red a huge advantage. Guys, you guys have no clue how much of an advantage is a castle, especially for Hindustanis. Hindustanis is going into Elite Golem. Guys, Gollum is back from Lord of the Rings. They're pronounced Gollum, but we'll call him Gollum. Gollum counter archers. And I know Hindustanis have this troop, so I'm very cautious of how many archers I build. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. He's going to be pumping out his elite Gollum soon. So I'm like, I might as well prep for some infantry troop. And last time, elite Golems wrecked elite Eagle Warrior. So I was like, I got to just try to do my best and hopefully outnumber him or outmaneuver him. And Lethal's sending a few Eagle Warriors out here. And look at this. This castle is going to go up in time. And that's the beauty about castles, guys. These defensive structures are so powerful. You can't do anything unless you have trebuchets. And Lethal finally has one castle back here. This is going to be so ineffective. Red's already reacting, but boom, this castle is going to make short work of these Eagle Warriors. And they're just going to die. They might pick off one villager, maybe two. Two villagers. Ooh, what about three? Three vills, so not the worst trade, guys, but, you know, 8 Eagle Warriors for 3 vills, at this stage of the game, I wouldn't have taken it. Red does the same thing. He's just going to come this way and try and to harass his economy. The goal was to come around here and harass, but I ran into a castle. By the time I noticed what was happening, they were already dead. Blue is building out a little bit out here just to have vision, getting frustrated with all these castles. So Blue's like, okay, let's do it. We're going to build siege rams and attack. Honestly, that was a mistake. Why not build trebs? I know he's gonna do golems, guys. He's gonna transition to golems. The golems are super strong. Look at that pierce armor. Literally, archers do no damage to them once they're fully upgraded. And they're really fast, they're really durable, and they can fight a lot of infantry troops fairly well. So if I'm trying to ram him, that's a bad idea, because these are really great defensive troops, and they kill rams like fast. Let's go, guys. Clash of Titans. First Clash of Titans game. Woo, woo, woo. First Clash of Titans. The scores are pretty close to one another. Only 1k up. Lethal is trying to make the aggressive play, and he's going on the aggressive side, guys. His first ram goes down. His second ram goes down. Look at this defensive play by Red. Red is not paying attention. That's the truth, guys. But boom. Lethal microing his onagers, taking out these golems, but you can't get the castle yet, really. So close. Just a little off by a little bit of damage. But look at this, guys. Even though Lethal cleared out all those golems, look how strong they were. They wrecked his whole archer composition. His whole archer army is gone, and Lethal's like, snap, this is what I knew was going to happen. And at least Lethal's getting out these Eagle Warriors that are almost fully upgraded, and they're faring fairly decently with the Golem, guys. But we gotta keep watching, guys. What's gonna happen? This Clash of Titans hasn't finished yet. Lethal's backing up because he doesn't want to take archer volleys. These archers are in the front lines. Probably should bring them back to the back lines because they will die. But Red is not microing here. He is just attacking, auto-attacking. And these troops get slaughtered with Lethal's hill advantage, guys. This is great because Lethal has hill advantage some of the fight unless they come up here. But if you're here fighting, you get hill advantage. It gives you bonus attack damage. Oh, Lethal's running because he's like, this is too big of a fight. Lethal doesn't want to take this fight, and so he's trying to take advantage under a castle. Because notice the numbers, guys. Lethal has 18 Eagle Warriors. Let's quickly look. Red has 28 Golem on the field. 4 of them are out here. So, boom. Lethal knew why he retreated, and that was why, guys. Look at that. The Golem cleared his Eagle Warriors up. This is what happens once they're fully upgraded. Lethal's Eagle Warriors are done for. He's screwed. Lethal screwed this game. Look, Red finds the hole. Lethal never secured the hole. Red has decent army. He's almost 200 pop. His golems are invincible. They got the 1 ring of power. He has Lethal blocked in with 2 castles, 3, 4, and the northern western side of the map. He's taking care of Lethal's barracks. Lethal is in a very tight position. Lethal's like, I gotta drop another defensive castle. I need to protect my gold skull and a little bit of wood. And Lethal is getting harassed here and there a little bit. Look at that though. Those archers' volleys did nothing. But he is fairly safe in the meantime. Red is like, boom, I gotta go. I gotta go attack with my golem. Didn't have to do this, but he wants to. Let's see what he gets out of it. 15 against 34 Golem, guys. He's gonna find the jackpot. This castle hopefully will go up sooner or later. Lethal pulls his villagers instantly. He's trying to do the most he can. Has hill advantage here, so that's really good for Lethal, military speaking. He stayed more on the hill. That would have been way better. But Golem, once again, come out on top with the Ring of Power. But notice the volleys, guys. The villagers help so much. Now Red needs to just drop a few siege weapons, take these defensive castles down, and he will be good. Lethal finally realizes something. This villager, the crusader of all crusades, I don't know what he's gonna do, guys. Build a tower? Build a wonder? I wonder when he will act upon his idleness. Lethal is a little disoriented. He's idle everywhere. Red is sending a trap forward. Lethal puts some of his villagers back to work. This guy's still chilling. Red is scouting with the villager. Lethal has a castle out here, so this is nice. It's a good economic position, even though there isn't much left out here. But what is good? What is good? He secures some land, gets some wood. Boom, boom, boom. Red is moving, guys. Let's focus on the Clash of Titans. We got a battle here. Lethal is trying to send a few of these to take care of this trap. Boom, he kills it. Tries to pull his troops back. They kind of walk a little weird, so he loses a few of them, damages the rest. This monk is great. He can heal if Lethal knew that monk was there. Red is bugging Lethal's economy, idling villagers, but these castles are great for Lethal, guys. These were really nicely placed castles. Lethal's trying to utilize these villagers, get everything back. Red is making the transition to hand cannoneer, gunpowder troop. He is sieging this castle. Lethal knows this castle is important. Red is running around with his hillbilly golems, but he isn't really doing anything besides trying to stay next to his trap to defend it, because he knows blue is coming. Boom, Clash of Titans, let's go. Blue sacrificing all his Eagle Warriors. He needs to protect his castle. He's just going to quickly do a Yui, run around, nothing to doey. But guys, count the cost. How many Eagle Warriors? Half of his Eagle War army. Look at this, 15 Eagle Warriors for one treb. That was such a good trade for Red. Look at the score, guys, 11,000 to 14,000. Lethal score has plummeted like crazy. Red is doing great. He's in the top 3, guys, in the United States. He's in the top right now. He's doing good. He's climbed the pyramid with one ski mask and 3 rollerblades, if that makes sense. He has Lethal's castle slowly besieged, and he knows he can't fight. He's already learned from his mistake. Red sent 2 armies inside here, maybe 3, and lost them all, mostly. But he cleared Blue's army every time, so it wasn't the worst thing, but he knew he couldn't take care of Blue because Blue kept repopulating, guys. Repopulation is great, not depopulation. Lethal is transitioning, guys, to skirmishers as a backup troop because he has no gold, and he has to somehow counter these hand cannoneers. Lethal has 28 Eagle Warriors. Elite Skirmisher on the way, buying chemistry, still not fully upgraded. Lethal has Elite Eagle Warriors at 100 HP, so that means they are fully upgraded now. Very nice. They should be strong. Lethal is attempting to repair this castle, but he misclicks his villagers. Now his troops are running. He's about to, guys, he's about to prep for a battle. This castle has to survive. He has around, oh my goodness, how many villagers? 30 villagers on this castle. Clash of Titans, here we go. Lethal is trying to micro his troops. They are not cooperating. He has probably 70, 80 army on the field. He's going for it. Lethal's like, I gotta protect this castle. I'm gonna do it. Boom, look at that difference, guys. Eagle Warriors finally upgraded to 100 HP. They are starting to wreck Golem. Golem's ring has been lost and found by the Eagle Warrior. And Red is pulling away. Great play by Red. Red is saving his hand cannoneers and not being a noob and letting them die. His castles are still healthy. Lethal is plummeting. I mean, building those elite skirmishers and taking care of Red's army. I don't know why Red is throwing these away. There's no point to throw those away. He's probably trying to lure them in, but at the end of the day, Lethal can lose some castles. Hussar is being researched for the Hindustanis. He's like, I gotta go cap. Look at this resource spike. He has no gold. He hasn't taken care of any relics. He has no more gold on the field. But Lethal still cheekily has gold on the map there. He still has stone here. Could utilize that stone. Boom, guys. Look at this. What the heck is going on here? This is bad. You got no gold. You can't lose these very expensive precious hand mirrors. Not having 200 pop, but Red does have 103 bills. His economy is solid. He is dropping all that Hussar, guys. 4k food gone. 7k food gone. He's selling some of his food. He's building max army. He's probably a little frustrated right now. The scores are starting to balance out. He's only 1.5k above Lethal now. Lethal is besieging his castle. Lethal built a few more skirmishers. Built some pikemen. Doesn't know if he's going to go cav. He's assuming that he's going to go cav, and rightfully so. Red isn't going to show his colors yet, but now he's blue. I mean, he's blue. He's fully maxed pop. Red is chilling like a villain, but blue is not max pop. What sucks? He has 13 stone. What are you doing, bro? Build a castle somewhere. Build a castle out here. Build a castle out here. Build a castle out here. Lethal could build 2 castles at the moment. Boom. Red is attacking. I guess that's Red's attacking. He needs to learn how to patrol or micro his troops a little better. That's not the most efficient way to attack. He's going to draw a line and fight in this little valley between 2 hills. Kind of a cool battle, guys, but his Hussar are going to get slaughtered. Eagle Warriors beat Hussar, guys. Hussar, as powerful and cool as they are, they do not outperform the Eagle Warrior. But they are cheaper troops. They do not cost gold. They just cost that food, the 80 food that's required to build them. And, so you can throw away Hussars way more than Eagle Warriors, but Lethal is taking care of this gold pile. Let's focus on this Clash of Titans, guys. And so Lethal's getting more gold. He can build more troops, but boom. Lethal made a mistake, and Lethal's probably going to get frustrated. His army is dropping. He has so many resources. He's at 120 pop. 80 army has been depleted. He's like, oh snap, my bad. I didn't re-queue army. And now Red is back in the lead. Red is starting to take care of Lethal. His army has creamed Lethal's army. He's already starting to invade into Blue's economy. He's dropping a forward castle. He's totally population capped. He's trying to make this push for the victory. Blue is trying to bring as many troops as he can. Red has no siege on the way, so how are you going to deal with these castles, my friend? Maybe he's just going to try to rush in and kill as many troops, as many villagers, and hopefully just force a resign. But Blue is not resigning. Blue is under 4,000 points almost. Still playing the game, not giving up. Even though Blue is frustrated, he is still going. Troops are flooding in for Red. The battle continues. But keep in mind, guys, Red is fighting underneath castles. The pikemen are coming out. So, boom. All of these Hussar, without micro, are going to get slaughtered. Hussar can definitely go in here and here. And maybe harass some more economy. Create some idle time. But Red is getting pushed back. Blue's forcing a castle. Finally, Blue decides to build a castle, and he chooses a defensive castle because he feels like he's losing. He's getting overwhelmed. But in reality, it's not that bad. There's just a few horsemen here and there picking at Lethal's economy. It's not that lethal just yet. Red isn't doing too bad. Look, 120 pop. Blue took a huge hit. Guys, almost 4k deficit. I mean, that sucks. That sucks a lot. That is over a 4k deficit at this point. Can't do my basic math. Agua Aguja, the Mexican cartel, is beating Lethal right now as we speak. He has 180 pop. He has the map advantage. He's punctured Lethal's economy drastically. Lethal is Ghost. There was a pause and they're unpaused. Lethal is scrambling for resources, but notice this, guys. Gold is great for Lethal. And as long as Lethal can hold on under his castles, he is good. And Red isn't producing any siege. He can't get that gold. Wow, Lethal's like, okay, I'm through with inefficient production buildings, he has brought in more barracks in the back. He needs to make up for the lack of production buildings, guys. Lots of gold. Definitely saving the gold for siege weapons. Deleting this to make more space for buildings, I'm guessing, and whatnot. I mean, guys, 125 pop. That means Lethal lost quite a bit of villagers. He's starting to reproduce villagers, but nope. Red sees this. He's trying to poke, causing some idle time, and runs away. Blue is sending Trebs forward. He's like, okay, it's time we push him back and hopefully take a few castles out. But keep in mind, guys, Red notices this. This is a dead Treb, but Lethal quickly unassembles it and runs back. He does not want to lose his precious Trebs, because at this stage of the game, losing a Treb is like losing your BMW in real life. You do not want to lose your Beamer, you know what I mean? Your Beamer wants to be safe and sound in the garage, and it's always waiting for you every morning to take it to work, to drive it around, maybe speed on the Autobahn if you can get there. But these siege weapons, nah. We gotta keep them back here, protect them safe behind the castle. Red is kind of restabilizing his military. I mean, it's chilling. He has 140 pop, he has 60 military, which is solid, but Red doesn't know what to do against Lethal's army right now. He's trying to run past it. Really bad place to run past it. Could have ran past it over here, but I guess he doesn't care because he can just quickly rebuild them. He has 27 horsemen getting through. Lethal rings the bell, guys. Don't forget the bell. It's the easiest way if you're kind of in a tight spot. Lethal moves forward on this. Says, okay, you got no cav here. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to punish you, take down your castle. He does nothing. Lethal releases the bell. And unfortunately, he's like, oh no, he's going to get my siege weapons. And Lethal cheekily garrisons his castle and quickly switches and teleports troops from here to here and only loses one trebuchet. That was great micro by Lethal. Red could have potentially gotten all of them if he played that a little better, but couldn't do it. And Lethal is in the advantage, guys. In the game. Back in the game. He has the advantage. Lethal's still at 146 pop, so he's totally depleted on population. Red has the advantage of population, but right now Lethal has the army composition, guys. All these pikemen are doing a huge favor for Lethal skirmishers, protecting them from the cavalry. And skirmishers hopefully will start microing against the hand cannoneers sooner than later. Lethal, what are you doing? Send those skirmishers and kill the hand cannoneers. Finally, Lethal has halberdier. Now, halberdier are going to slaughter these hussars 20 times as fast. As you guys can tell, boop, boop, boop. Dead, dead, dead. Red's trying to take these Trebs out, but it's not working, guys. This would have been a perfect time for Red to go into Golem, guys. When I have only skirmishers and halberdier, Golem are the best troop against all this. Golem counter halberdier, Golem counter skirmishers. Golem will wreck these Trebs, but no. Pay the price, Red. Losing all his castles. Boom. Bada bang. He's lost one. About to lose two. Lost the third. Lost the fourth. I mean, Lethal is pumping out these Trebs left and right. Like, if you want a hillbilly marketplace, you know, or got the lottery ticket for $1 million. The gold amount is great for Lethal. He's starting to pump out these archers. Like, okay, at this point, I don't need skirmishers anymore. I could pump out archers. I'll be chilling. Lethal cheekily walls this because he doesn't want people coming from there. Lethal finally fixes the hole, but not really. This thing, one hit and it's dead. So that hole was never fixed this game, guys. Ha ha ha. Let's focus on the battle. Castle's down. Lethal is at 146 pop. Red is still higher, but he has less army. That's the downside. Red has the economy, but he doesn't have the military. He doesn't know what to do. Look at that wood. He has so many woodworkers that are just lumberjacking it up, guys. Paul Bunyan is in the house, chopping up the streets. Lethal wants to free up this side of town, so he's going through this castle. And once that castle is down, all castles will be down for our red player. Besides this one, actually, I take it back. Notice the difference, guys. The scores are almost balanced. Again, 2k difference, or actually less, about a 1k difference. But that's the power of relics, guys. Red without the relics is struggling with gold. If he transitions to Golem right now and uses his market, guys, use your market. Sell all that extra wood. Lethal is at 160, so he's slowly climbing back to 200. 15k, guys. GG, well played, is called by Red, and Red surrenders. Guys, Red had 15k. This could have been transitioned into gold, which with 2 castles, now 1, hopefully could have done some golem earlier, but he didn't. That was a big mistake, and that's what happens under pressure. Sometimes you don't think straight, or whatever, or you tilt and rage quit. But that usually happens in League of Legends instead of Age of Empires. Half of the map, guys. Well balanced game. I swear Red had us so many times, and I didn't give up, guys. I'm like, this is a ranked game. You do not quit ranked games until you have 1 troop left. I'm at 1300 ELO, guys. We're going to climb. This is the first game. Bear in mind, guys, this is our first ranked game on our new computer, which is great. I'm super happy with it, and we're going to continue this journey playing ranked. Guys, remember that crashing problem I had on my gaming laptop. I barely use my gaming laptop now. I take it with me to like the coffee shop, but I'm uninstalling all those other games and just keeping Age of Empires and League of Legends on it if I play in Las Vegas or somewhere else when I fly for something like dancing. But yeah, guys, this was a very balanced game. I thought he had me, but I personally think the fact that he transitioned to Golem, he didn't transition to Golem later and didn't sell his wood and didn't collect his relics, costed him the game. Right now, Golem would have been great. Well, not right now. Well, actually, right now is still good because Arbalists are still as strong. We saw what happened to them. And now that I have Arbalists in the field, they're wrecking his hand cannoneers and hussars a little easier. But Golem would have just wrecked everything. This whole army is garbage against Golem. This whole army would have been slaughtered. But keep in mind, Blue has gold, and instead of building Arbalist, if Red transitioned to Golem at the wrong time, I would have built Eagle Warriors, which at this point fully maxed with 100 HP had an advantage over Golem. But before that, he was still wrecking us. GG, well played, guys. Let's look at the score and call it quits. Hopefully y'all learned a few things. Cover your holds, cover your assets, collect your relics. Military, well balanced. We slightly beat him. Economy, boom, beat us there. Technology, we definitely beat him on that because we went different troop types. He had way more castles. Overall score, and look at that overall score, Red, but we won the game. Units killed, he definitely, I feel like sometimes did better micro, but eventually we did the best micro because notice those huge battles. He just sent a line of troops and they got slaughtered. You have to like group them and control them or do something. You can't just send them in a line and have them die. Lost least amount of units. We had the greatest army at the end, guys. 100. We had like what, 160 pops, so that means we only had 60 villagers supplying our economy. 100 troops, but that sealed the deal, guys. Look at that. 60k food, 57k. Whoo, almost 20k for both. This is like more 15k ish. We had a little more stone and gold, and this is gonna be the best part right here, guys. Look at this. He beat us in all the timings. But bam, look at the relic gold, guys. 3,518. That's incredibly higher than what you could imagine. You know, just like what did I have? Oh, I had 3 relics. I thought I had 2. So 3 relics produced 3,000 gold, 1,000 each relic, pretty much. Villager high, almost same, guys. But we were busy being gold diggers, not stoners. GG, well played. Tons of battles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 on red side, 3 on blue side. Guys, tons of Clash of Titans. I was so excited to cast this game, guys. Glad you've been here. Glad you watched it till the end. It was so fun. It was back and forth. I didn't have fun playing it, but I had fun watching it, and I felt really good winning it, guys, because I thought he had me 3 times. And in the end, watching it, I realized why he didn't have me. He didn't produce his military enough sometimes, which I did the same exact mistake, and most importantly, he didn't trade his wood for gold and didn't collect the relics for gold. He could have had the game easily with the gold, but once he ran out, he just lost. GG, well played. Stay lethal, guys. Have a good night. Take care. I'm going to go to sleep. Bye.